Hello everyone, welcome to another new episode of Book Tales by Pritha. Today on the occasion of International Mother Tongue Language Day or the Bhasha Divas, I thought why not talk about a Bengali book, a book that is extremely popular in Bangla literature, and the book has been translated into several Indian as well as international languages. So I thought this book would be a correct book to talk about in this particular day, where I talk about my mother tongue, which is Bengali. I have read this book in the English translation, but those of you who can read Bengali, I think many of you have already read the book. For those who haven't read the book yet, the book that I am talking about is Chowringhee by Shankar. Shankar is a very popular Bengali author. He is in the Bengali literary field for the more than 50 years. Chowringhee was first published in 1962 and it was made into a cult Bengali film in 1968. Again, that particular movie was titled Chowringhee itself. Again, this movie was remade in 2019 by the name Shahjahan Regency. And this particular book has, as I told you, has been translated not only into Indian but also several international languages. This book won immense number of awards since its publication in 1962. As per my knowledge, this book won an Independent Foreign Fiction Prize in 2010. What better book to talk about on International Mother Tongue Language Day? This was the best possible option that I could talk about. Now let me begin with a verse which is given right in the beginning of the book. Our life is but a winter's day. Some only breakfast and away, others to dinner stay, and full fed. The oldest man but sups and goes to bed. He that goes soonest has the least to pay. A.C. Muffin. This is right in the beginning of this particular book. Now, first let me tell you the plot of this book, Chowringhee. Chowringhee, the main protagonist of this particular book, is one particular person by the name Shankar, who is the observationist as well as who is the participant. Now, why I am using these two terms, observationist and participant, you will understand as I go forward. And one particular hotel, which is another main protagonist of this novel, that is Shahjahan Regency. Now, this story is set in the 50s of Bengal, Kolkata, India. The story begins with Shankar taking some kind of rest in the popular Curzon Park. Why is taking a rest in the middle of the day? Because today Shankar does the job of selling waste paper basket door to door, and in the middle of the job he was sitting in a neighborhood park and resting. Suddenly Shankar meets one of his old acquaintance. This old acquaintance is surprised to see the dejected condition of Shankar. This acquaintance arranges a job for Shankar in the particular Shahjahan Regency. Now let me tell you a little bit backstory about this protagonist, Shankar. Shankar was working for the last living British magistrate of the Calcutta High Court. He was working as a secretary to this particular magistrate, but this particular magistrate suddenly dies, and it is after his death that Shankar, in order to maintain his livelihood, does this sales job. Now, after Shankar gets his job in this particular hotel, the Shah Jahan Regency, which is located in Chowringhee. Chowringhee is the name of a popular place, Dalhousie, of present-day Kolkata. Now you can understand, getting a job in a hotel which is situated in central Kolkata is something. Now, the first person whom Shankar is introduced in this particular hotel is the main receptionist, who is called Sata Bose. Now, Sata is just his abbreviated name. His original name was Sundar Bose. Sundar Bose is a very jovial kind of person. Sundar Bose knows everything of what is going on inside the Shah Jahan Regency, be it the staff of the Shah Jahan Regency. He knows how to deal with each and every guest who come and stay at Shah Jahan Regency. After a brief stint, Shankar becomes the close confidant of Sundar Bose. The Sundar Bose, the character development is extremely powerful, which has been created by the author Shankar. Now, another very enigmatic character or larger than life of character was the manager of this particular hotel. Everyone was afraid of this manager. Now, this particular manager was named Marco Polo. Marco Polo had come back to India after the Second World War in search of his long-lost wife. Shankar is also introduced to another character who is Kaveri Guha. She is a hostess who is kept in the hotel by big businessmen, and she is utilized by these businessmen to get big deals done. But Shankar develops a friendship with this lady Kaveri Guha. There are various characters that have been created by the author Shankar in this particular novel. Each of the character has got particular characteristics trait and have a specific backstory which brings them to this particular hotel, the Shah Jahan Regency, and those backstories are extremely responsible for whatsoever the character is today. Very striking contrast has been created by Shankar about the societal strata of the 50s Bengal. He presents a sharp contrast between the women who are working in the hotel to earn their livelihood. Just because they are working in the hotel, they are not seen as the so-called good women. There are women of elite class who regularly visit the hotel. They have some kind of backstories, but just because they belong to the elite class, these women of higher strata are highly respected and seen with much more respect in the society. The author Shankar also presents the societal difference and the hypocrisy that is present in society between the people of the higher class and the working class people. He also depicts what can go through in the livelihood of people if they don't have anything to eat. There are some very interesting characters, though small characters, that Shankar has presented in this novel, who are the different staff who are working there, the different guests who come to this hotel. You will find the pace of the novel, the narration is extremely fast, and in it, the author has successfully created different characters. Though this novel was talking about the 50s Kolkata, though this novel was published in early 60s, I find the story to be extremely relevant in today's day and age. If you consider this particular Shah Jahan Regency as the society that we live in, and the different kind of characters that the author has tried to portray in this particular novel as the people whom we see in our everyday life, you will understand that these kind of people we too meet in our day-to-day livelihood. And I feel till the time the society system is there, the class system is there, the rich-poor concept is there, this novel will find a place in the hearts of all people or readers who are reading this particular novel, and they will gain some kind of insight about the hypocrisy that is present in this very society that we live in. We'll say that this particular novel, Chowringhee, was influenced from the life of the author, Shankar Mukherjee. He writes by the name Shankar, which is his middle name. Now, Shankar's father died when he was a teenager, and he has done different kind of jobs to earn a livelihood. It was during this point of time he was working as a clerk under the last living British barrister of Kolkata High Court. It was this barrister who introduced Shankar to literature, and Shankar did various kind of job apart from writing to maintain his livelihood in his initial days. Today the author is more than 80 years of age, and Chowringhee still continues to be his most popular novel. Chowringhee is the name of a place called Dalhousie. People popularly call this place as Esplanade or Dalhousie, but the name Chowringhee is still prevalent among the people of the older generation. If you read this novel, I'm sure you will be able to understand the two-sidedness of different characters, or the hypocrisy that we see in front of our eyes among various people whom we meet in our everyday life. And that is why I think this particular novel should be read by the younger generation as well, particularly the ones who are in college, and get an insight of what the outer world really is. You can also watch the movie, the 60s movie Chowringhee is there on YouTube. I will put the link in the description section. Also in the description section I will put the English, the Bengali, and maybe the Hindi version of the book is also available in Amazon. If I get it, I will put it in the description section. So if you want to buy the book, then please do buy it from the link given in the description section, because if you buy the books from the link given in the description section, then I get a small amount as my commission. And if you like my discussion about this particular book, Chowringhee, then do not forget to press the like button. And if you want to see similar videos, then please subscribe to my channel, BookTales by Pritha. And if you want to know more about BookTales by Pritha, then you should join the Facebook group wherein I talk about different books, different videos that I post on my channel, BookTales by Pritha. You can also follow me on my Instagram handle by the same name, BookTales by Pritha. You can read my blog at prithasnotebook.wordpress.com. You can communicate with me on my Twitter handle, which is @PrithaSharkar18. But apart from these social media platforms, if you want to see me regularly on my YouTube channel, you need to subscribe the red button over there. So hit the subscribe button to meet me through my videos on my YouTube channel, BookTales by Pritha. For today, I'm signing off and saying you a tata and bye-bye, and hope to see you soon in my next video.